Hey guys, welcome back. We got the early update, so we're going to look through the patch notes, talk a bit about it. I hadn't made a video yet about it because I thought Max did a really good job covering it on his stream in Barcelona, and I just wanted to wait and have a look at it and get the actual patch notes, find out everything that was going to be in it before I talked about it. So we'll go through everything in it, and then I'll give you guys my opinions on it and all that sort of stuff, and I might even just talk a little bit about the current event that's on the event dungeon. Because a lot of people have been asking me about that, but that's a quick sort of summary that I can give at the end. Alright, so first thing we're just going to look at, we're going to scroll through. The first thing is the heroic 5-star. So basically the way that works is you get extra stats and you also get an extra, basically every monster has an extra passive. So they call them auras, it's a passive. Basically you'll notice on every monster below their 3 abilities now they have the aura. You can click on it, check it. I haven't looked through every monster yet, so I haven't done much theory crafting on it yet, so that will be videos to come. Let me know the best auras you guys have seen. I know the Air Crusader looks insane, gaining speed, and it could change sort of arena teams because you're gonna just put him with humans and swords but to give him a lot of speed, but we'll wait and see how that plays out, but let me know what you guys think. Yeah, so you get the aura, which is different for every single monster in the game. You get the stat bonus. Some of the stat bonuses don't make sense to me. Like, I think I saw the Fire Dragon and the Fire Succubus have an option of accuracy when they have no debuffs to land, so I don't know what the go is there. Something about these stats, though, that you choose is that once you choose a stat to increase with your heroic levels, you have to take that stat all the way and you can never change it. Now that's something I don't quite agree with. Like, it takes experimenting out of the game, and I like to experiment with different things to find out what's better, whereas this is going to make everyone sort of hold out, wait till someone tests it, go, that's not what I'd like to do, and then change. It's a bit of a strange one for me. It's kind of like the evolution skills when they weren't changeable. Everyone wanted to be able to change them because you want to test different things and find out what works. So that is what it is. When we're talking about these stats, so there's 2 things that you will need to heroic evolve your creature, and they are here. So okay, this is the monster requirement, but you also need potions. So there's the new daily and weekly dungeon. Make sure you're farming them, getting your potions, because then you can buy from the shop the essences that you need for the stat increases, is basically the way it works. So when we're looking here, we're looking at the requirements for the heroic evolution just for the monster side. So in this column here, you'll see the monster you're heroic evolving, its requirements, and in this side here is the required, basically sacrificial monsters that you will need. And this is where it gets a little hectic, in my opinion. To make a 5-star heroic, you need 5 of the little crab, which we'll talk about in a sec. We'll see a picture of him. It's basically it counts as a dupe for any monster, but you'll need 5 of him or 5 duplicates at rank 5 at max level. And that's just to go from 4 to 5, I'm pretty sure. That, like, the way I understood this when they first said it was I thought each level you only needed 1 dupe. But the way, I'm not sure how this is interpreted. I don't have enough potions yet to test it. Let me know if I'm wrong here. But to me it looks like you're going to need 1 dupe here, and then 2 dupes here, so 3 dupes to get to 2-star, and then 6 dupes to get to the 3rd heroic star. If that's the way it is, it's going to be a grind. I've been playing for almost a year and I think I've got 23 5-stars, which I know is low compared to some people that have been playing my amount of time, but that wouldn't even give me a team of 5-star heroics. At like 5-star heroic food, let alone the actual 5 stars to do it. So I'm not sure if this is like how this is worded, if I'm reading it wrong. But if you actually need 5 stars to get that 5th heroic star after you've needed 4 4 stars, 3 3s, 2 2s, and 1 1, that's crazy. If it's just 5, if it's just 1 for each level, that's sweet. So I don't think anyone's actually got enough essences to fully test it. So, man, anyway, we're getting caught away, because if I'm wrong with that, it's fine. If it's not, it's going to take forever, and I can't see me ever really going past the 3rd heroic level with a monster. But anyway, let me know in the comments if you've actually got enough essences to do it, because my heroic island, which is where the daily quest is to get those essences, is bugged. I keep getting out of sync, and we're tweaking a few things noticed. So I haven't actually been able to get through enough of it yet. I've only been trying for about an hour, so yeah, obviously these are the 2 dungeons. There's the daily and there's the weekly. The heroic one being the weekly, the essential being the daily. Just go through them. They have different requirements. Just make sure you're farming them to get, like I said, your essences. You'll get these little points, and then you buy your essences from the shop. We got some little tweaks they've made. The AI rework, so I'll be interested. I'll be watching my game auto to try and see how this works. Creatures will choose their spells according to the situation. Probabilities have improved for focusing what target they'll target, and the spell priorities. So we'll wait and see how that pans out. Hopefully it's good. I like any AI change to try and improve it, so that's good. User experience. This one's good. I like this one, that you can access your mailbox when you finish a level, because it used to be annoying if you had a bunch of energy saved up to go home, get your energy, and then start again, which is good. This one's also good. You can sell your glyphs everywhere, so when you open a chest or when you do instant tickets and you get those annoying glyphs that you don't want, you can just click sell and get rid of them and not worry about it. The filters is going to be awesome for all the different requirements in the dungeons, to see all the factions, or in here they've written family, whatever it is. And then the next one. Now this one I can see is going to ruffle a few feathers with some people. It really, we'll talk about it, and then we'll talk about it if that makes sense. Alright, so for 1 month starting from the 13th of December, which is tomorrow for me, so it might be a day later, so in about a day or so, there'll be 4 new characters. All of them are rank 4s, and they'll be obtainable in the exclusives and in a farmable soulstone, which we'll get to, which you can actually farm 3 of them, so you can get 3 guaranteed nat 4s if you farm the events. This is going to be a little shout out to one of the guys in our Discord community, Toby. You're finally going to get a nat 4. He's had so much luck. If you saw one of Childish's last summon videos, it was the guy who's done, I don't know, over 1,000 summons. Still no nat 4. At least you're going to get one now, dude. And then this bit, the 4 characters will be obtainable for only 1 month, but you will be able to play with them without limit. So I know how everyone felt when the Arcanos event dropped, and I know the heat I copped in my channel when they said it was only going to be available for a limited time, but then he did come back. These ones, I believe, are never coming back. So there's 4 of them with 4 elements. That's 16 new monsters. You will get a guaranteed 3. I'm hoping there's some dupe protection, that you can't get dupes with the guaranteed ones. But the rest, if you don't summon them from the exclusives, that's it. You can't get them. Ever, I don't think. They may change it up and bring them back. I'm just reporting the news. Don't shoot me in the comments. I'm not a massive fan of that idea. I don't like functionality things that are exclusive like that, but it is what it is. I think it's a collaboration or something, so there's probably like rules tied to the collaboration, all that sort of thing. I don't really know, but I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is. It doesn't actually really bother me personally. Like, in these games, there's so many things that you aren't going to summon unless you do pay tons of money. And I'm not a massive spender, so I'm happy to use what I have and not worry about it. But I know that's not the mentality of the majority of people that play these sorts of games, because it is the sort of thing where you want to min-max. And I'm a min-maxer, but like a min-max with what I have, whereas a lot of people will focus on what they don't have. And I know this is going to really annoy a lot of people, that there's going to be basically 13 nat 4s that you will never be able to attain that other people might have, and if they get buffed in the future or something get nerfed or something changes and they become really strong, that will probably annoy me a little bit. If they're really strong, I haven't actually checked out their skills too much, but yeah, if they're incredibly strong and actually game changing, especially in a PvP sense, I feel like they'll have to be tuned down so that they are not, because I don't think these units can be be a real win condition on teams when they're not actually obtainable by everyone. I know that other nat 4s, which a lot of us will probably never summon, are like game breaking, or not game breaking, but very game changing. And Ursula, for example, I'm lucky I've got 2 of him. He's very crazy. He is very strong, but there's always that chance that everyone can get him. If one of these units is on that level and there is no chance for everyone to get him, and yeah, I don't know. That's the spiel. That's it. Don't hit me up and say don't defend this, because I don't really agree with it, but it is what it is, and I can live with it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. I don't want to spend 3 hours this time replying to messages about it, so let's just leave it there. Whoops, my alarm's getting enough time to get up. Alright, so the events, they'll have the 3 events here. You get the soul stones once to summon 250 creatures, so start saving all your soul stones. The next one is to complete all the daily missions within a month. Easy to do, just log in every day, do your daily missions. I've been really lazy lately, I haven't been doing them, so I'll be doing them now. And then this one's just a surprise, so I'm hoping that's just a free soul stone. That's what I'm hoping for, but if it's got a requirement, we'll cover that and we'll get there and do it. So Christmas and New Year's events, so obviously they're going to have more events coming for Christmas and New Year's. It's a big time of year, so that's good. And then we've got some bug fixing and other fixes. There was a lot of bugs, and it looks like they've gone through a lot of work to fix a lot of bugs, so that's a good one, because although I am still getting a lot of out of sync errors, so maybe not every bug's fixed. And then this one, additional downloads. You can download extra content like music and textures and all that sort of thing. When you first do the update, it'll give you the option to. If not, you can do it through settings, I believe. So that's just another one. So that is it for the update. I think the big controversy is going to be these samurai guys, if they're good. Like I said, I haven't actually checked through their skills yet to work out how crazy they are. And make sure you guys let me know about these. The other thing I just wanted to cover quickly in this video, I know it's not related to this update, but a lot of people have been asking me about the recent Materia event dungeon. I was gonna try and work towards a free-to-play team for it, but the thing for me is it's not really worth the investment, especially even if you're like, okay, I'm late game, I just don't see the time investment to make like an extra, 3 units. Like I think I only have 2 units maxed. 3, sorry. I have the Wind Death Knight, the Water Stone Guard, Ice Knight, and the Wind Golem. They're my only ones maxed to use in this dungeon. Obviously I have the Wind Death Knight, so I got to level 10 fairly easily, just autoing with that. But if you want to build an actual team for it, it's going to take a lot of resources. You're going to have really good glyphs anyway, because the dragon on level 10 will one-shot basically anything with his second skill. So you'll need to be outspeed and get turn advantage, whether it be with like a Wind Golem reducing the turn bar. Then you'll need to mute him and lock him out the whole time. So a lot of people have been talking about the Water Sphinx. Great unit, it's got the mute. You could couple that with the, say, something like the Fire Gargoyle, which has, you can evolve into a chance to extend debuff durations, and then he also has 2 poisons for 2 turns, and you can work on something like that. But for me to build those 2 units specifically for this, I don't see the value, because, and remember, it's not like the Wind Basilisk where you can have trash glyphs as long as you outspeed and have the accuracy and crit on the Basilisk to reduce the turn bars. The boss will still be using his auto attack, which will still do good damage. So you still need to have, you need to have the speed, you need to have the accuracy, you need to have the HP and defense. So it's a very high glyph requirement. And like I said in the last video about these event dungeons, if you don't have what's needed, like if you don't get level 10 on all of them, it doesn't matter, because you can actually just go back and get you'll just be getting your mummy 2 weeks later, maybe 4 weeks later if you've only got to level 5 on a few of them, something like that. But especially for new game players for these dungeons, I'd say don't work too hard on creating. Obviously, you do you play the game how you want to play the game, but I'd recommend not to, especially for early game players, don't waste too many resources on creatures just for these events if it's going to impact your progression through Wrath and through TOT and stuff like that, because in my opinion, you're better off building units that are going to help you throughout the whole game instead of 1 2-week event that really the only benefit it might get you is to get a mummy a week or 2 or 4 weeks earlier. That's the summary on that. If you guys really want me to make a specific video about it, let me know, but I feel like that just about covers it. I'm not going to complete level 10 because the amount of changing around of glyphs and stuff I'd have to do is just, I just don't, the time for it isn't worth it, considering the last week I didn't complete it, so this isn't actually going to shift me back at all from getting my mummy. I'm still going to be 2 weeks behind anyway, and my alarm is still going off. But that is the basic gist of that one. If you really want to do it, go ahead. Like, it's a challenge, I get that. But yeah, just resource-wise, just consider your resources and how you want to play that. But that's it for the update. That's it for the event dungeon. We will be testing out this new update. I'll be sure to make a video about the heroic evolutions and all that stuff as I get around to actually getting the materials to do it. And also, we'll be talking about the best auras in the game and the changes to the game, and I'm hoping that the auras will make it a bit easier for newer players to progress through dungeons and stuff like that, because any added effect is helpful. I think I saw the Wind Golem looked pretty nice. He has a self-heal, which is cool. I think it was the Wind Unicorn also had a decent one. I had a quick look at my free-to-play teams and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching another one, guys. Leave in the comments anything else you want me to cover that I missed from it, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.